Nick speaking, and welcome to this live stream. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with the Wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. And remember, I upload on a Monday, Thursday and Saturday every week. Right, welcome everyone. And this time I got my live stream video playing back on mute, so you can't hear it, which is good. That was a good start. Better than last week. So how is everyone? Well, I hope. You may notice I've changed the angle of my laptop. I've raised it up, so hopefully you get a better view of me rather than stooping down, because I felt like I was doing this all the time on the previous streams. So we've got a good amount of people in already. Hello, everyone. The clocks are going forward tonight, so we are going to be losing an hour's sleep tonight. So hope everyone is aware of that. No accidental late for appointments in the morning. So today, I know I'm supposed to be doing a April channel update, and it's still in March, which I don't normally do. However, the Saturday live streams fell a couple of days early, so it is what it is. In terms of live streams, I think I've decided I'm going to go live every other Saturday. So effectively, it should be one channel update, and then the mid sort of Saturday will be a topic live show. So that's going to be the plan anyway. I think it'll work out quite nicely. I'm certainly enjoying them, that's for sure. So let's have a quick look, see who's in the comments. We've got Paint with Penny. Hello, Penny. Navani666. Hello there. Tyler Miller. We've got Shadowcat. Hello, Shadowcat. Terry Coma. Hello, Terry. Right. Okay, so today's video is going to be just a little chit chat, and then we're going to have a channel update, a hobby update, and then at the end we'll do some questions or just have a chat within the comments. So tomorrow is Mother's Day. Excellent, that's good, except I am working, unfortunately. Not only am I working, but it's year end, financial year end, so I've got to stay late to do all the paperwork and stuff. So going to eventually end up around my mum's, but it's going to be a bit later in the day. But yeah, looking forward to that. Should be good fun. So you may or may not know, I recently had a birthday, which was on Monday, and I was 47. Yeah, I have to admit, I got a bit of a birthday blues on not really necessarily the Monday, actually, it was a couple of days after. Start just thinking about things, don't you? And obviously I've been through a lot the last couple of years, and sort of hits home, you know, my birthday and sort of by myself. Well, obviously I had my mum and my children, but you know, no partner. So yeah, I got a bit down for a couple of days, but back up and running now, full strength, and onwards and upwards. So yeah, thank you to everyone who messaged me on Facebook wishing me a happy birthday. Appreciate that. And I suppose a good time to do a little shout out to the IDICBeer Wargamers Unification Facebook group. If you're not a member, we'd love to have you. Come and join us. Just search Wargamers Unification, or even just IDICBeer. You'll find it easy to find. So yeah, that was my birthday. Blimey, you are 2 months older than me, yet look 10 years younger. Oh, thank you, Penny. I am told that I do look fairly young for my age. Hey, Nick, I made it. Inquisitor Zane, excellent, well done. Just wait until you start going snap, crackle, pop. Okay, so I've got a little note here to ask everyone if you wouldn't mind to like and share the live stream for me, because that would be awesome. That would really help me out. And also, if you could put a comment in the live stream, that would be fantastic as well, because that helps with the engagement. So just make a comment, Necrons or whatever you want to say, that would be awesome. Let's get the engagement up of the video, because that would be great. So I've been quite a lucky boy recently. Two things have happened. The first one is I won the Frost and Fists 500 subscriber giveaway, which I'm very happy to have won that. It's a very clever giveaway started by the Miniatures Paintbrush, where effectively you make a box up of hobby and non-hobby stuff that's sort of personal to you, that sort of relates to you, and then you give that away with the assumption that whoever wins that box then has to make up their own box and give that away. So it was started by the Miniatures Paintbrush, went to Frost and Fists, and yeah, I won it, which is just awesome. So I can't wait to get that box, because I know how awesome both Freak and Mythos are. Two very generous people. I'm sure there'll be some lovely goodies in that box, and it gives me an opportunity to also do my own box, which should be fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably going to give that box away for the 15,000 subscriber giveaway when that comes around. So yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I've also received another box. I say another box because it literally is another box from one of my subscribers, DMC Draws, which is he's just such a lovely guy, and I've been talking to him on Facebook now for quite some time, and he keeps sending me stuff. He's just so generous. So DMC Draws, a massive thank you to you. I know I've thanked you on Facebook, but a public thank you for that. And I've got the box. I can't show you the box because the computer is sitting on it, but I am going to make a video of the contents of this box, and that should be up next Saturday, so keep an eye out for that. I've got some very, very cool stuff in this box, so I can't wait to open that. Okay, Skarner, hello Skarner. He says Orcs is best. We've got some more Orcsies coming in. Look, Mork and Gork, Spect. Hello, Spect. It's always Nick. Yes, I am rather lucky when it comes to giveaways. Get your teeth in. There's a lot of orcs going on here. Who's the instigator of orcs? Right, okay, so that's the little chit chat out of the way. So let's do a channel update. Okay, so the channel update, to be fair, is going to be a little bit short because most of what I've been doing, I've vlogged about. I did that almost 2 week long vlog, cataloguing everything that I was doing, and that was pretty much what I was going to talk about in this section. So just to recap, my mum is getting on really well now, and she's going to be starting to drive next week, which will be awesome, because not only is she getting better, but also she'll be able to pick my daughter up from school, which means I don't have to put her into after school childcare, which is obviously A, better for her, and B, saves me some money. So that's awesome. And then what else was it? Totally lost train of thought. I hate that, especially when you're live. So yeah, the vlog. So the car, that's it. The car is now repaired, working, which is great. So fingers crossed that nothing else happens to that car. But yeah, she's all up and running now. We call her Cara. My daughter and I named her because a Cara, but also because of Supergirl. So she goes under the name of Cara Danvers. So yeah, we named her Cara and we got her. Can you make them longer? Can I make what longer? There's always more orcs and blood axes in Orcists. Right, okay, so yeah, the vlog. What did you think of that vlog? I really enjoyed making it. It was fun. It gave me motivation to help paint those models. It definitely helps keep me motivated, and I've carried that through after the vlog. So that was really, really useful for me. My daughter really enjoyed it as well. Every day it was, Daddy, are we going to be doing vlog today? So that was good as well. So we sort of enjoyed it together. I am planning on probably doing some more. I'm sort of thinking that a 2 week long one was probably just too long. I think maybe the best thing to do, rather than the weekly one, would be to do a project vlog. So if I was like building and painting something, I could just do a whole vlog of the whole process, but obviously with some fun clips in there as well. iCloud Hunter says, loved it. Me too. Feral Strike. Enjoyed it. That's really good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to make. The only thing which I didn't like, which reminds me of the old days of making videos, especially in the very old days where I used to make 4 videos in one day, was having to change t-shirts all the time and clothes. Make sure you've got different clothes on the next day. One advantage of having just like a fixed t-shirt is you don't have to worry about what you're wearing. Okay, we've got lots of positive comments. Anyone that didn't like the vlog? Anyone here that didn't like the vlog? So, as I mentioned in that vlog, I've made an outtakes video, which I've watched quite a few times myself. I absolutely love it. I'm hoping that you guys are going to like it as well. It's going to be, I think it's about 10 minutes long-ish, maybe a little less than that, 8 minutes. But yeah, I think it's really fun. That's going to be up on Thursday, so I hope you check it out, have a look at it. Yeah, my daughter and I, we seem to be quite a good pairing, I think, when it comes to making videos. Geeks change their clothes. Evening, Cujo Painting. How are you doing? It's been a while since you put up any videos. I know, obviously, what you do. Your painting tutorials must take a long time to make. Just one video. The vlog was fun. Please make more of them. I think I definitely will. I bet you just have a closet filled with that shirt. Absolutely. Well, this one and the Necrons one. I open my wardrobe and it's like, oh. Actually, before this, when I was setting the camera up and stuff, I had my normal t-shirts on, and I thought, oh, maybe I just go in my normal clothes. And then I thought, that's just not right. It's just not me. It's just not IDICBeer. Okay, so gaming. I haven't actually played a game since the Blood Angels battle report that I put up with the Terminators a while ago. But I have played, well, a game of 40k, but I have played Star Trek Attack Wing, as you know from the vlog. But also last week we played Man of War, and my buddy got his new, well, it's not new, it's a very old fleet, but I don't know if you remember, I said that one of my friends passed away, but he used to play Man of War with my friend who I play now years ago, and it was his fleet. So it was the Skaven. So he played the Skaven, and I played my usual, the Dark Elves. And that was a great game. Those Skaven, they've got a lot of ships. I mean, that's what you call a horde. I think he had 19 ships altogether, and I think I had 8. We were playing 1,000 points. I think I had 8 ships and a wizard. But yeah, awesome game, lots of fun. And the Skaven ship just kept blowing themselves up. They have to roll 3 dice every time they shoot. And if you roll a double, the ship just explodes. It was a great game, and I won it, which is the first time I've won with the Dark Elves for about 3 or 4 games. I used to win all the time, and I went through a black patch. I didn't record the game because, well, to be honest with you, the Man of War reports aren't that popular on the channel, so I didn't record it. But yeah, it was a good game. Enjoyed it. Cujo painting, Man of War, nice. Yeah, I love that game. I put one up this morning. Oh, excellent. Okay, well, I'm about a day and a half behind my subscription feed, as always, but I'm sure I'll get to that. I always love your tutorials. That's a pretty brutal mechanic. Yeah, absolutely. When I played the Tervigon, where you spawn out models, and if you roll a double, you fail. And you roll doubles quite often with 3 dice. Do you play Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite. No, not at all. I don't play any video games whatsoever. Okay, so that was the Man of War. I've got hopefully a game up next Friday with Capitan Morgan's Wargames. He was in the chat, so hopefully he'll confirm that. But it should be his Space Wolves versus my Saractic list, which should be a lot of fun. Richard is a very clever player, and he knows exactly what I'm taking in that list. So I'll be interested to see what tactics he comes up with for that. So yeah, that's going to be good fun. And he says defo, so excellent. Looks like that game's happening. And we have Bazza in the house, Underdog Painting. Guys, I need help. How should I paint the new Chaos? It's a tough one, isn't it, coming up with a paint scheme? I would suggest, if I was painting them, what would I do? Maybe corn. Corn. If you played Fortnite, I would have unsubscribed. Fair play. My daughter, she doesn't play Fortnite that I'm aware of, but she does do the dances from it. Black Legion, yeah, Black Legion, I suppose. If you go for Black Legion, at least you can play them with some of the other factions, can't you? Inquisitor Nick is a nerd like all of us, but he isn't a moron. Fortnite is for morons. Okay, so next. I have been on YouTube for nearly 10 years. So the 11th of August this year will be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. And I've just started throwing out some feelers in a way to celebrate it. In an ideal world, I'd love to have a massive meetup with as many of my subscribers as I can. Maybe play a few games, like mini tournaments, like a narrative campaign tournament or something. That's like a pipe dream, but in reality, I don't think that will happen because don't have enough money for that to organise something like that. So I've been putting the feelers out, maybe to invite, like maybe sort of up to 6 players to come to my house. So probably YouTube channels, I would have thought would the way that I would go. So yeah, I've been sort of putting a few feelers out, but definitely going to do something to celebrate 10 years on YouTube. Pretty big feat, isn't it? I was having a look. I've got 2,226 videos. I'm uploading less frequently now, but I'm still putting in just as much time, if not more time. I made 2 videos yesterday, 2 Necron videos for not this Monday, because this Monday I've got the video already. So I've made a video for the Monday after and the Monday after that. Made them yesterday. It literally took me all day. I dropped a Necron girl off at school, and then I started the videos. And I've just finished rendering out and uploading the second video to YouTube, literally just before it came online. When will you update your channel? When will you update your channel? In what way? I've been on YouTube 6 years, I think. 10 years and 2,000 videos. Blimey, Nick, congratulations. Thank you, JJ. Yeah, it's been a great journey, really, to be fair. A lot of fun and a lot of learning along the way. What's your oldest video? It's called Blood Angels Surprise, and it's a battle report. I'm not talking in it. It's text over the top with lots and lots of spelling mistakes. Yeah. Okay, so that was the channel update. Today's video is not a video, is it? Today's live stream might be a bit shorter in what I'm going to say, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of chat at the end like we always do. In some ways, I actually enjoy the chat section better than the first bit. It's always great interacting with you all. What's the most important thing you have learnt in that decade? Now it depends what angle you're coming from. If you're talking about YouTube and growing a YouTube channel, or if you're talking about just in general, I think the most important thing that I've learned in general is that the hobby and the community is just amazing. I mean, it's just amazing how much pleasure I get from the hobby, and having the YouTube channels really helped keep that hobby going. Would I still be hobbying now without the channel? It's hard to say. I mean, I've only got one opponent that I play, and to be fair, he's switching off 40k a bit. So maybe, you don't know, do you? Maybe I wouldn't actually even be doing a hobby if I didn't have the YouTube channel. Yeah, it's quite interesting. You joined YouTube in August 2009, so 10 years already. No, not yet. It'll be August 2019. That will be 10 years. In terms of YouTube growth, what have I learned? I've learned don't do really, really bad titles, which is what I did for about 7 years. And that's why the first 7 years, I think I gained 5,000 subscribers. And then I learned the algorithm, and in 3 years, I've gained, well, what's that? I'm on 9,500 in 3 years. So yeah, and I mean, basically learning the algorithm was the best thing that I did, or best thing that I learned, because that's really helped push the channel forward. Okay, so let's go on for a hobby update. Right, hobby. So to be fair, I haven't done much apart from painting pink. I have continued to paint pink since the vlog, and I've got 2 guys left to paint, and then all the magnetized arms, and then that will be the pink done. Bearing in mind that's just the second base coat. So I went in first with, I'm not going to remember the names now. I'm doing pink horror at the moment, so Screamer Pink. Yes, I went in with Screamer Pink, 2 or 3 layers just to build up the colour, and then I went in, I pin washed with red, and then I've gone in now with pink horror over the base coat, just leaving the pin wash and the base coat sort of in the recesses. And then once that's all is done, then I'm going to be wet blending it with Empress Children Pink. But I'm not going to do the Empress Children Pink for a while. I'm going to have a break from the pink once that's done. But I've been painting an hour every day since January the 1st, which I'm very, very proud of. It's really, really good. And that vlog really helped me get into that rhythm. And I was doing it before the vlog, but as you could, when I first started that vlog, I was 4 days behind. But since that vlog, I've sort of G'd myself up to really make sure that I keep on top of it. How did you get pink to sit for you? Just lots of layers, lots of thin layers, basically. So once I've done the pink, which hopefully won't be too much longer now, I am then going to edge highlight the gold, which I do well, I say edge highlight, sort of a feather, and then a final edge highlight. So there'll be 3 highlights on the gold, and then I'm going to do the silver. That will be edge highlighting. I'm going to do 2 edge highlights on the silver, and then I'm going to go back to the pink, wet blend that all up, and then I have the fine details to do. So that would be the green, the eyes. I've got the claws and stuff to do, and then the big task right at the end will be to edge highlight the black, and I'm going to do 2 edge highlights, and they'll be done. So not that much more at all. Give us a wave. Hello, Nick. Of course, I have finished my terrain square. So for reference, the terrain square block competition will end on April the 12th. However, April the 12th is, let's have a quick look at my calendar. It comes up. Okay, so April the 12th is a Friday. So I will be judging the competition on Wednesday the 17th. So effectively, you've got until Tuesday the 16th to get your entries in if you are planning on entering. I haven't had a huge amount of entries yet. To be honest with you, I've noticed that the competition has been dwindling a little bit. I think when I first started it quite a few years ago, I think I had like 25 to 30 entries. Then not last year, the year before, I think I had 17 entries. I think last year I only had 13 or something like that entries. So if it dwindles down too much, I might have to consider whether I continue to do it. We have Jamie McClanagan. His evening. Good if you could starting a new Chaos army, what god would it be under, and what? And would you stick to Slanesh? I'd definitely stick to Slanesh. I'm having a lot of fun with them, and the new models look awesome. We'll talk more about them in a minute. So yeah, terrain square competition. Just to recap, April the 12th is the official end date. Upload a video to YouTube. Link me in somehow, either on Facebook or just put it onto my channel that you've uploaded a video. If you've already said that you're going to enter, I should be subscribed to you and I'll see it anyway. And then I'm going to add that to my playlist, which I already have. Got a few videos in there already. And I'll be judging the competitions from there. Could you refresh us on the rules for the competition? Maybe we missed something. Sure. So it's to make a piece of terrain, to build and paint it. That's line of sight blocking, any size, any system. Really, I made it really, really easy this year. Last year was a bridge, which I thought maybe that's why I didn't get quite so many entries. So I made it simple. A line of sight blocking piece of terrain. That's literally just the rules. Built, painted, and finished by April the 12th. Okay, so that was that. Next. So now I've finished the terrain, I'm thinking of opening up a little project to do in between painting, because tonight, for example, I should have been painted. I've got 40 minutes to paint to get today's hour done, but I just painted a lot of pink the last few days, and I thought I just don't feel like painting it. I don't want to force it because you won't enjoy it and you won't do your best work. So I'm thinking of getting another little side project out, and it's going to be the tomb blades. I want to get my tomb blades done, so I'm going to unpack them, put them on my desk, and gradually work on them. I'm going to make a magnetising tutorial as well. I'm definitely going to magnetise mine. I fed him. I think that counts. Can I paint my cat? Okay, some private conversations going on there, I think. So, yeah, that's it really. Obviously, summer's coming, which means the dreaded lawn is growing. I've mowed the lawn once so far. I hate gardening, and I just want to do hobby. And it's like you look out the garden's like growing and growing, and it's like, yeah, just another hour of painting, just another hour. But it's got to be done, hasn't it? Do you want a new challenge? Depends what it is. Okay, so there's one last thing I just wanted to talk about, and that is Cobra Kai Season 2. It's coming! Have you seen the trailers? It looks awesome. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was fantastic, but this second season looks like they've upped their game, something chronic. Probably they've got more money invested in it now that the first one, I assume, was popular. But I can't wait for that. That's awesome. And of course, Game of Thrones is coming out as well. So lots of good stuff coming. Anything new coming for your Necron collection, by the way? Well, not really. If I'm going to be buying any new models, it's probably going to be the new Slanesh stuff because, wow, yeah, that looks awesome. I must admit, I'm a little bit undecided whether I like the Keeper of Secrets yet. It's just from the pictures. I'm not saying I dislike it, but it's very different, isn't it? It's not very often that Games Workshop redo a model and make it so different from the original. I'm thinking those arms are definitely going to need to be magnetised because that's going to be a pain in the bum to store. But yeah, if I do buy more models, then it's going to be those Slanesh. Oh, pardon me, I just had a sick burp. Oh, that was disgusting. Oh, edit that out, Nick. Scarnir says, would you build an orc vehicle for a competition build? If I had time, I would. Yeah. What was that? Cut the grass once, never again. Yeah, I wish. Keep Secrets is a bit meh. Underwhelming. More Slanesh is always good. Dude, you got your YouTube play button? Dude, do you got... Not yet. No, the play button comes at 100,000 subscribers. So, little way off yet. Looks better than the last one. The first one was a cow. Yeah, I'm going to wait till I see it in the flesh. And I always say that you can't really judge a model until you've built and painted it, because that really does change your perspective sometimes. 100k, yeah, for a silver play button, isn't it? 100k. Yes. You'll get there, Cujo, no problem. I don't know that I will. We'll see. Have you ever tried Dark Heresy? I haven't, no. What is that? Is that Dark Heresy board game, is it? People get their play buttons at 10k. Never heard of that. As far as I'm aware, when you get to 10k, it opens up you can go to the YouTube studio in London and you can use their equipment to record videos. That's what I was informed. You need a RC lawnmower. It would be more fun. Yeah, better than I've got a really bad lawnmower. It's really old. It doesn't cut the grass very low. Social Blade has you hitting 1k in 4 years. Yeah, but that's no, it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm growing. What last year I grew 4,500 subscribers. The year before was 5,000. and this year seems to be slower again. So I'm actually on a downward trend at the moment and about an upward trend. I'm going to try to make a 40k subscriber play button. That could be cool. I do have a button. I've got a white button. If you give me a second, I can show you. I might have shown this before. I don't know which way it is. That way is it, or that way? Yeah, I've got a white button, which Necron Girl made for me when I hit 10,000 subscribers. Talking of that, do you want to see my birthday present that Necron Girl gave me? Who wants to see it? I'll tease you. You basically play an Inquisition people in the base game, and then in version 2 there is a Chaos Corrupt expansion. Oh, as soon as I hear the word expansion, I'm out. Did you see my box set video the other day? Make your own pay button. Yeah, I've got it right here. Okay, here we go. Show us the loot. Yay, at least someone wants to see it. Okay, here we go. This is what my daughter gave me for my birthday. A Necron piece of terrain. And I've got two different, I don't know if you can see it in this light, two different Necron symbols. How cool is that? Hey, money can't buy that, can it? It's all free currency as PDFs. It's 40k D&D basically. Came out in like 2009 or something. Okay. Yeah, PDFs. Actually, my buddy said he's going to send me the Dark Elf PDF. So I've got to learn that. It's very fuzzy, Nick. Yeah, it's not a great camera. I have decided, obviously, now that I am going to go live more often, because I was sort of testing it out, that I do want to get a better HD camera for the live streams. Just got to save up a few pennies. Obviously, been hit by that big car bill, so that doesn't help. What was that? I saw a tube. That was a piece of terrain that my daughter made me for my birthday. Yes, there you go. It did have liquid sweets. I don't know what's it about, but it's a sweet that's in liquid form. So yeah, she kept the bottle, painted it, and put some Necron symbols on it for me. And it's a piece of terrain to go on my board, along with the other pieces of terrain that she's made me. I've got 4 pieces now altogether. I was looking at the Logitech Brio for 4K streaming. Yeah, I think there's, is it the, I'll have to ask Nick Smith because he recommended one. Logitech, is it 950 or something? I wouldn't necessarily need 4K, I don't think. Can you not stream with your camera? Sort of. I would need a mains lead for it because I've only got batteries at the moment. B, I'd have to get the Canon streaming software thing or OBS. And the issue that I've got is my computer has basically no memory. Uh, so everything that I own is on a separate hard drive. So I don't want to load, say, OBS on the computer, then slow it all down or mess it up when I'm editing and things. So I'm trying to avoid it. And to be fair, it's not bad what we've got today, is it? In some ways, having the live streams a bit more rawer is probably not a bad thing, really. People expect it more, don't they? But it would be nice to have a higher quality image. So if I am showing, say, if I want to show you, oh look, this is what I've done on the Noise Marines, you can actually see it. Yeah, OBS. Yeah, I know, but as I said, I've got to have enough space. Yeah. If you plan to go live, don't render videos. I know, I wouldn't do that. No way. I'm going to Warhammer World in the summer. Awesome. Yeah, I've not been. I've been to Games Day. Went to Games Day in, I think it was 91, which is where I purchased my pylon. Um, yeah, then they stopped it, I think, about a year or so after. That's where I got my limited edition. Well, it is a limited edition. The Games Day special Rune Priest, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I have nothing else on my notes. Did anyone reply about Cobra Kai? Is anyone looking forward to it? Does anyone like it? Or does anyone dislike it? I think it's awesome. Yeah, I'd like to go to Warhammer World. Possibly Richard and I might be able to plan a trip somehow. I know how to get more subscribers, do scary videos. It's hard to do scary videos for 40k. What is Cobra Kai? What? The Karate Kid. Yeah. So it was, I don't know how many years later. When did Karate Kid come out? I would know. I was about 15. Was that 80 something? 86. I'm trying to say. But yeah. So 35, 40 years later, however long it is, they made a little series on what's it called? The YouTube Premium place, whatever it's called. Red, is it? I'm not sure what it's called. I don't watch it on there. But yeah, it's Karate Kid basically. It's a series. Yeah. 1984. Thank you, Daniel Grant. The games that I went to, I won Necromunda, the first Warhammer quest, with Goths, 40k, and WFB. Oh, well done. That's good. Why need a Karate Kid series when the Ultimate Karate Kid movie with Will Smith was made already? Ultimate what? Yeah, it's okay, that film, but nothing on the first films. Nothing. Not a patch. Is it that good? Haven't started watching Cobra Kai yet. Been watching a lot of Babylon 5 and Star Trek in the last 2 months. It's great as the first movie. Yeah, if you liked the Karate Kid movies, the first three, you'll absolutely love the series. They're only half-an-hour episodes, but it's they're so short that you just want to watch the next one and the next one. I think I watched the whole season 1 in 2 nights, but it was just awesome. Tis a Duke. Oh, okay. It is a joke. Ever see in the chat? What, the Karate Kid? What is your goal for YouTube? My goal. My goal. I would love to get to 100,000 subscribers one day, but then your goals always move, don't they? So at one point I wanted to get 1,000 subscribers, and then it was 10,000 subscribers. Now I'm aiming for 15,000. So you always have goals, don't you? But ultimately, um, subscribers really actually aren't anything. What's more important is like the interaction with the community. That's what I love the most. And as long as that still happens, then I'm happy really. I enjoy making the videos. I mean, obviously that's why I make them. So as long as I'm having fun, I think that's the ultimate thing. What do you think of the last Talus? And that's not for me, luckily, because I don't know what that is. Claiming Will Smith, one of the ultimate ones, is heresy. Good thing it was a joke. Yeah, I mean, don't get me. I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed it, but it was definitely not as good. What was that other remake they did? Um, the one that had Schwarzenegger in it the first time. Total Recall. Yeah, again, I enjoyed it, but just nothing like the original. My goal is 100,000 subs, and I will active it because I'm in the first team. You should join the Faz team. It's not too late to join. Don't know what the Faz team is, I'm afraid. Most remakes are terrible. Yeah, it's a hard one, and it depends if you've seen the original, doesn't it? Now, I always remember when I was growing up and movies came out, I'd go to the cinema, come back home, say, "Oh, Dad, saw this film. It's absolutely awesome. Die Hard, fantastic film." When it comes out on VHS, I'll buy it. We'll watch it together. And he used to say to me, he used to watch the film. And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've seen it all before." So what do you mean? Oh, I've seen it all before. He used to always say that we watch a film. It's like I think this is the best film like since sliced bread. He goes, "Oh, I've seen it all before." And now I feel like I'm in that position. I'll watch a film and I think I've seen all that before. Gotta go. Okie dokie. Good night. Navani666. All the remakes are rubbish except The Thing, the original remake, not the recent one. Yeah, I did see quite a reasonable one remake. The original one was Kevin Bacon. When they go to sleep, not sleepers. Oh, they're Flatliners. Yeah, Flatliners. They remade that. I thought that was quite good. They had a female as the starring role. As usual, if it's a male, they put a female in there as the new starring role. But I enjoyed that. I thought that was well done. Flatliners. Yeah, that's the one. My favourite Star Trek movie is Star Trek First Contact. Love it. Love the soundtrack and love the movie. I've watched it a lot. Haven't seen that one. What, Flatliners? I think Babylon 5 went well after season 2. I haven't watched Babylon 5. How do you do a t-shirt? Well, this one was done online. Um, just uploaded the pictures and ordered it. It's 20 quid. That's £20. But now I use Teespring, which is like a merchandise place where you can set up your own merchandise. And when YouTube give you the nod, you can then get a merchandise shelf, and then you can advertise your merchandise there. No, the remake of Flatliners, I've seen the original. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's worth a watch. The original is better. Don't get me wrong, the original is better. The little kid with the hood is pretty scary, but it's very well. It's a good remake. Yes, the First Contact is awesome. I totally agree. A, time travel, big fan of time travel. B, the Borg, awesome. And then, I mean, Enterprise with all the special effects and stuff. What more can you want? It is a great movie. I actually really enjoyed Insurrection as well. For me, Insurrection was not really like a movie. It was more like glamorized TV episode. It felt like I think it just flowed like a TV episode more than a movie. But that was fine because that's what I watched Star Trek TV episodes. So I really enjoyed that as well. I thought that was a good one. Not seen Flatliners remake. The original is a good movie. Yeah, original is awesome, and the new one. Well, I say new. I think it came out about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But it is very good. The Thing was really good. John Carpenter is one of the few people who seems to be able to pull off Cthulhu style horror. I haven't seen The Thing, so I'm gonna start watching that. Time travel is awesome. I totally agree. It's my um, favorite genre. I really enjoyed the Butterfly Effect movies as well. They are awesome. I really like Star Trek Nemesis. I love Star Trek Nemesis as well, except for the end scene, which is absolutely appalling. When Shinzon dies. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I've told this story on my channel before, but it annoys me so much. I'm going to say it again. So Shinzon is coming towards Picard. Picard gets this pole, and he sort of does that, and then Shinzon basically stabs himself on it. Right, but the pole goes. If you look carefully, the pole goes in him, and then it jumps out and goes in him again. So he goes like this. He goes. It's like, wait, there's a big pole. So it's clearly, it just wasn't very well shot, and they didn't edit it or reshoot it. And I hate that scene. I cringe when I see it. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, best time travel movie. It's been a very long time since I've seen it. Bazza is back, just had to drive home from work. Okay, hello Bazza, welcome home and to the chat. Have anything scary happened to you in your house? Yeah, I'm a bit of a scary cat, really, to be fair. Um, we had a stupid mouse in the house not that long ago, running in the front room. Yeah, Necron girl was screaming, which made me like, on edge, and I started jumping around like typical, like from one foot to the other foot. Best time travel movie is and will always be Back to the Future 2. Yeah, did you see the guy in Back to the Future 2, Griff, is it? Biff? Griff? He is in something I recently watched. What have I recently watched? Uh, okay, it's one of the superhero series. Oh, because we're watching three at the same time. Oh yes, Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, he's in it. Did you know that? Actually, they have some quite big stars, haven't they, in DC, the DC series? They had um, Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. He played a sort of a jokerish guy in there. I once caught a mouse in a glass when I was staying in the Isle of Man many years ago. Biff is the first one. Griff has his grandson, I think. Okay, yeah. It's the same actor anyway, isn't it? But yeah, he's in that. Took me a while to like put two and two together. They did in there. They did a little throwback when he said they'll make like a tree in the new episodes. Obviously, quite funny. Trickster, yeah, that was it. Okay, so we are coming up to nearly an hour, which is typically how long I would stream for. So, is there any last minute questions before we finish up? Red Cuff reporting in. Hello, Red Cuffs. You're just coming in at the tail end of the stream, but welcome, my friend. We are just finishing up now with a few questions. If anyone has anything to ask me. It's been good. Excellent. Glad you enjoyed it. What is it? It's 11 o'clock now. However, effectively it's 12 o'clock because the clocks go forward tonight. Any opinion on the Celeste stuff previewed? Oh yes, we're going to talk about that. Well, we sort of did. Yeah, I think the little characters look really awesome. I'm holding judgment out on the Keeper of Secrets until I actually physically see it. I don't dislike it, but then it's very different, isn't it? Very different. What'll be the next terrain build challenge? I don't know. That's a year off yet. I've got a few ideas. Like I said, I'm going to see how many entries I get this year, because if it gets too low, I might have to axe it, like one of those TV shows that don't do very well. I can't axe it because the shop that I usually give the winner a little trophy, and I put a little sticker on there, no terrain square champion. I've done it since I've done the competition, which I believe is about 5 years. Anyway, the shop that I buy the trophy from every year is closing down. So I went in there, and they had a little shelf of these trophies. They're really cheap, they're like 50p each. And I said, oh, I have the trophy, please. He goes, yeah, how many? I said, all of them. So I bought this massive bag of trophies to last me for the competition. So, yeah, waste, wouldn't it, to cancel the show? Joined pretty late, but enjoyed it as usual. Good stuff. Good night, Nick. Good night. That is from Ariok the Destroyer. I'm rubbish at pronouncing names. Graham, we have Graham Collins in the house. Hello, Graham. How are you doing? Thoughts on the cover art of the Hedonites of Slanesh book? Just trying to place it. I'm sure it looks cool. Question: how would Necron warriors board a space vessel? By breaching the hull and entering through the hull, or by phasing into the ship somehow? I always imagine Necrons phasing, or having one of those like the monolith portal door, which they just like they just phase in and out. I've been in and passing comments for ages. Okay, sorry, Graham. I get my comments sort of they flutter, so that they'll be here, and I'll be halfway reading one, and it goes and just jump up. So sometimes I miss stuff. Not too bad, thanks. You and yours. I am very well, thank you. I am excellent. It's made me laugh because I've recently been watching. I'm subscribed to a channel called Charisma on Demand, which is which I'm subscribed to that channel basically to help with camera presence. And they put up a video recently about the 5 things you shouldn't do upon meeting someone, like first impressions. And one of them was when someone says, "How are you?" About 95% of people say, "I'm fine" or "I'm good." But apparently the appropriate response is like, "I'm excellent." Like, "I am doing really well, thank you." Unless you're having a bad day, and if you are, then you back that up by saying, "I'm fine, thanks, although no, this happened or that happened." But apparently if you just say, "I'm fine, thanks," that makes you not rememberable, apparently. So yeah, you made me think of that when you asked me. Yo, Nick. Hello, Artie. Hi up. Hello, Joshua. Happy birthday to you. Are you still sober? Right. There doesn't appear to be any more questions. So I think I am going to call it quits. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Beam me up.